Welcome to Random Conflux, where today we are going to talk about Saints Row.
You mean your journey within the Catholic Church to achieve sainthood?
No, I'm confused. Is that what we're talking about?
You said Saints Row. What else would we be talking about?
I was thinking a row of saints.
Okay, so we lined the saints up in a row and we asked their opinions on the on life and their opinion on the state of affairs in the universe. And
anyways, welcome to Random Conflux, where we just don't talk about one topic. No. We talk about random conflicts. All the topics, all the time, and no in particular order, because we just gotta get a little bit random up in here.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we're talking about Saints Row.
Yeah,
the new DLC. Our opinions on it. And what we thought about the missions, blah, 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 all that other good shit.
That said, there may be some spoilers, so if you haven't played it and you want to, feel free to do that before watching the video. Now's your chance to stop.
We'll give them a few minutes.
And that's about all you can do without being copyrighted.
Okay. I think that's long enough. For those that are still listening to the video, I'm pretty sure you guys either one, don't care about spoilers, or two, you don't mind getting spoiled because, again, you don't care about spoilers. I think that goes with one. Yeah. Or the proper two, the real brownie and the cake. You've already completed the mission.
Which isn't hard to do. It was surprisingly short. That's one of my complaints, which I'm sure was yours too.
Yeah. I completed it in like half an hour.
Took me about 2.
Either a half an hour, 10 hour is what I did.
It took me about 2 hours, but I agree it's a little too short.
It would have been better if there was more intel in the area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
3 missions for a DLC isn't worth being called a DLC, in my opinion. And that's just my opinion. Mm-hmm. It's not based on fact or anything like that. It's literally just an opinion. Yeah. I think having more missions makes it a DLC, like a full-fledged mission row would be good for a DLC, like 10 missions and up.
Now, the positives, the area that the DLC in was a beautiful area.
Oh, yeah, totally.
And the missions that were there, I enjoyed. Like, the story for it and everything was enjoyable. I just wish there was more of it. I'm sure you're the same way.
Yeah. There should have been more of a, like, they introduced some new cars, mm-hmm. which is cool. There's one vehicle that shows up during a cutscene that you can't get. Mm-hmm. It's a sheriff's bike.
Or at least you haven't found a way to get it yet.
I haven't found a way to get it yet. But, I did run into a glitch that was kind of annoying because I was trying to get to the next mission. And I couldn't get into any vehicle.
You said it was like for a minute and then you could again, right?
Yeah. It was very quick of a glitch. It just didn't realize, these vehicles were interactable. And it kind of forgot for a moment that you can get into vehicles.
Yeah. Now, I didn't have that problem, but I was reading online where people were having problems interacting with things. There's also some clothing glitches that came with the update that I was reading about, too, that even though I haven't experienced it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. They also put in new weapons that I noticed if you pick one of the new weapons up off the ground, it'll lock your will. I had that happen to me, too.
Yeah. And that's probably something they'll fix, but still, it sucks that it happened.
So, all I did was I aborted the mission, got my will back, and, got my weapon will back, and just went back to doing the mission, and it didn't happen again. Mm-hmm. It was like a once-in-a-lifetime type of glitch, and I doubt if it'll ever do the same thing for someone else. It wasn't that bad. It could have been favorable to get like another companion. That would have been cool. Mm-hmm. It kind of knocked against the the Fast and Furious movies.
Yeah, and that I did enjoy. Like I enjoyed what they had in the DLC. Just it was a little too short.
It poked a little fun to GTA 5 with the fact that you didn't get paid for the first mission. And those that do play GTA 5 story mode, then you realize not every mission you do on there gives you a payout.
Oh, I thought that was funny, and this is a spoiler, but literally your first reward for the mission, it just shows up jack squat.
Yeah.
Or absolutely nothing, one of the two.
You got stiffed. Nah, it shows the headshot that you get.
Yeah.
That handed to you. You're like, I don't want this.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, that's worth more than anything you can come up with. He goes, I'm a contractor. I want money.
And then all the other missions are just like you getting back at it, like getting a picture of his face, and the main mission, which is going into the gala and robbing him blind.
I wish there was more to it.
Mm-hmm. I 100% agree. It was fun, but there should have been more to it.
In my opinion, it was just way too quick.
Yeah.
As a DLC, but yet some DLCs don't even add any missions. They just add other objects into the thing.
Yeah, the new objects in the new area, that was good, and like I said, what was there of the missions were good, but there should have been more of it.
It would have been cool to get more than one gun.
Well, that gun's awesome, though. You can use it to propel yourself. That weight gun thingy? Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun to use. Until it stopped working and froze my game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Poor Zach.
Yeah. Apparently my Xbox didn't like being played with. It did not like the gun I was using.
Did you apologize to it and pet it?
Yeah, I stroked my Xbox. Mm-hmm. Very, very gently caressed my Xbox. People are probably listening to this like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
It's called, we need to make about 10 minutes worth of content for a deal. See, last a half an hour of the topic.
Well, there's ways around that. We can talk about each mission. Literally, we're just trying to blow off some time here.
No, but in seriousness, let's go and talk about the missions, and this is where like the heavy spoilers come in.
Well, we can talk about the missions. That would take us literally about longer than it took for us to complete them.
Nah. Now we'll give a brief summary of like ones. I kind of mentioned them earlier, but the hey, away from the backpack.
Silly dog.
He's a silly puppy.
Anyways,
but yeah, the speaking of which, please subscribe to our channel because every subscription that we get, Bay gets a cookie.
Yes.
And he needs his cookies.
Every subscription we get, I'll go out and I'll give Bay a little cookie, a little biscuit, a little block of biscuits. I'll give him a biscuit for every subscriber, and you'll.
You don't want that. That's a nickel.
You'll feed a dumb doggy, yeah, and yeah. Now he's trying to get up on my lap like he's a lap dog.
Oh, here, I'll help. There we go.
This is not helpful.
But,
those that are listening, I have a dog on my lap. This is the thing now. Hello, puppy. Well, continue to carry on with the show.
For some reason, the audience likes the dog, so the dog gets to stay. Just
okay. But Donkey can't lick me while I'm trying to have a conversation here. My arm.
Alright, now back to the actual review. The first mission, you get it through your phone, and it's literally it shows up like as one of the wanted app things for $1 million. So it's like, oh, sweet. So you do the mission. You go to the guy for the money, and he's this big A-list actor, and he stiffs you.
Yeah. Like every A-list actor.
Well, not every, but this guy. But no, he and he basically just gives you an autograph, tells you to go.
The worst glitch I had was during the second mission.
Oh, where you take the pictures?
I could not knock someone out.
I think I had that happen. I had to restart it. Like it didn't give you the option to knock him out. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like finisher, but nothing.
Yeah.
Like you can be as stealthy as you want to be. Just no. And the funniest thing about it is they say walk around the people. I just walked right in front of them.
Yeah. And they don't care. It's like there was a thing, but it didn't really trigger much. It's like,
yeah. Like I ran from point to point just to get it done.
Yep. Now the trying to think, my brain's half working here. But yep. Now the final mission had when you were in that safe room, there were a ton of Easter eggs for all the other games. I don't know if you saw those. I saw a good bit of them. Yeah. I can't remember them off the top of my head right now. There's some in your new HQ that you get too. Yeah. You get like a sword. Yeah. You get a dirt bike helmet. Yeah. Like as decoration stuff. Yeah. You keep turning where your leg's gonna get caught in my chair. Okay. You also get a Killbane statue which I thought was kind of funny. I didn't see the Killbane statue. It's in the safe room and it's in your new crib. There's that, and I think there's a Professor Genki statue too, or like a cardboard cutout. Oh. Mm-hmm. I didn't notice that. Mm-hmm. Well, I learned something new. But yeah, that's literally like all the missions, and it didn't even take up all that much time to talk about. Yeah. We can talk about the car. That was weird. It's like two cars. Oh no, that wasn't from that DLC. That was another DLC, the front to back DLC. The two cars stuck together. Yeah, that was from the front to back DLC, which was interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, they had that. They had like the shoes that were like two, like a front and back shoes. Oh yeah, two-way cowboy hat.
Yeah, that was special.
Yep. It's sad. We're done talking about the main DLC. Now we're focused on like the expansion stuff, pack stuff.
I actually like the combat DLC, the tactical DLC.
Oh, where you got like the tactical outfit and things like that was cool.
It would have been cool to get a little bit more vehicles from the DLC though.
Yeah.
There's a couple that are driving around that are newish, but you literally get like one vehicle in your garage, and then one vehicle that's DLC that you can get is the Marshall helicopter.
Oh yeah, from the main mission DLC. Yeah. Unlock it.
And I wanted to see a little bit more from the DLC. It was way too short, in my opinion. I didn't realize that I completed the main DLC until I realized, wait, I'm just going back to doing the regular missions.
Yeah. And now, Volition, if you're listening, it's like, this was decent, but we would want more. It's like, give us more, dang it. But yeah, it's like, and like I said, it's not even...
You can say it just like every other half-minded dumbass out there.
No, we're not even saying it's bad, we just wanted more of it. They did a good job, it's just we wanted more.
The DLC is so bad, it's not playable. 0 out of 5 on Rotten Tomatoes. Honestly, not that bad of a DLC.
No,
it was fun, but it was a little too short.
Yeah, and if the DLC's on sale for $5, get it. That's our opinion of it. Like, it's $10, a little bit much, but if you see it on sale for $5, pick it up.
Well, we got it for free because...
No, I have the expansion pass, yeah.
Yes. You paid for an expansion pass.
Yeah.
But technically that also gave you the DLC for free.
Yeah.
That DLC.
Yeah.
But for those that don't have the expansion pass,
it's $10.
Are gonna have to pay for it.
Yeah.
And I would say it is a little overpricey for $10, and you are sitting in a chair the right way. Don't sit sideways.
Sorry.
I would say it's worth like $5.
Yeah, that's why I said if it's on sale, pick it up.
Yeah, and like it's not really good to price it at 10 because they're gonna look at the price and be like, I'm expecting more from this.
Yeah. Now, one thing I actually did enjoy for some of them, they gave you new outfits for your the 4 main crew members.
Yeah.
Like I like Eli's new suit. Nina's was cool. Kevin has a spray-on tuxedo, shirt. And that's a thing.
Oh, for those that don't know, there is actually back, I forget when it came out, but they were trying for like spray-on clothes. And there was a product called Spray Tuxedo. And it costed about... And I remember people talking about this when I was younger. But it costed like maybe $100 a can. It's like... Really?
With just spray paint. Now
you could just buy a tuxedo for that much.
And, yeah. And like it reminds me of it also reminds me of like people that go to sporting events with like the like shirts or the like logos drawn on or sprayed on them and
yeah, it's like, but the real idea behind it was to be able to spray like a cloth on you or
like the whole liquid latex thing like people were wearing.
Yeah,
I remember that.
And it was supposed to like keep you warm. It was supposed to do everything regular clothes would do. but it didn't work as intended, and it was scrapped.
Now, speaking of that though, if you want to see something cool, there's actually you can look on DeviantArt or even on YouTube. There's some really cool body painting of like people doing like body paints and stuff like that. Not now, if your kids are looking it up, please don't. Some of it's kind of mature because of like the nature of it. But there's some beautiful paintings that people do on the body. It's interesting.
Oh, speaking of which, I seen this awesome tattoo. Has nothing to do with Saints Row, but you were talking about body paints, and there's this one person out there that decided, oh, I don't want to be human anymore. I want to be a reptile. So he had a full body tattoo that made him look like a reptile.
I've heard
Plus,
of that.
he put like actual scales into his skin.
There's someone that did that. There's
really cool.
Yeah, there's somebody that did that. There's somebody that became a cat. there's all kinds of stuff, and like I said, it's cool. It's not for me, but I can appreciate the artwork in it.
Oh yeah, totally. Since people can't see me, I totally look like that. I'm just a complete furry person.
No, you're just always 12. You're 33 and you're 12. That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm 33 and I need to start looking my age. Well, we got some time to talk about the actual channel for a little bit, which we haven't done yet.
That's true. Yeah, well,
we've talked about subscribing, liking our videos, yada yada yada. But most people don't realize what random conflux is. The word conflux, for those that may be a little undereducated, and this is something that I learned from a friend of ours.
He gave us the idea for the name.
Yes, he also gave the idea for the name. The word conflux stands to conversation. And so that's exactly what we do. And it was one thing I wanted to do from the very beginning, was to have a discussion, because me and my brother like to talk about things that we're interested in. And same with our friend Matt. We just love having nice, peaceful conversations, debates, back and forth about what we like to talk about, or like things that are interesting to us.
Yeah, it's also why we say to leave a comment about the topic, because we want you guys included in our conversation.
Yes, and we figure we do this on a bigger platform. We can do this by ourselves, without hesitation, without rhyme or reason, and just have a conversation between the two of us, or the three of us, even a little doggo in the back. What is Doggo doing?
He's scratching himself in weird places.
Yeah, that sounds like him.
See, the dog does it, it's okay. I do it, it's weird. Why is that?
Because you're a person, that's a dog. Different rules.
Like, he can sit there and lick himself, and I can't. That's not fair, is it?
I mean, in some places, I'm pretty sure you can do whatever you want to do.
No, I'm
It's just like that school that had a litter box in the bathroom.
Moving on. I was just joking. You went too far. Look that up. It's a thing. It's messed up. Not going more than that.
But, yeah. Just like that, we're completely random. We just love talking about different topics, different ideas. Actually, what comes to the mind, more or less. Yes, we do the research on things to get a little bit more prepared for a topic now that we started the YouTube channel. Just like the school topic that we did, we wanted a fresh set of eyes on that topic, so we actually had Matt's son involved in the topic.
Yeah, and it was his choice. We didn't force him to or anything. He was giving his opinion on it. If he'd have said no, we would have respected that opinion as well.
But we also, I also put some credible sources and links in the description of that video that will take you to websites that explain what IED is, what ADHD is, what ADD is, other learning disabilities. Yeah. Like, we did talk about a lot of it, and I'm educated enough to understand some things because I suffer with ADHD. I also suffer with depression. My brother has ADD. Mm-hmm. My brain works very fast, but my body can't keep up with it. I don't know how many people out there that actually have that same problem. There's another issue called selective memory retention that we talked about.
It's where you only remember what you want to remember, basically. Like, you have to be interested in the thing in order to stay focused.
Yes. And if you want more information, there is a copy of the website right in the description. Just type it in, or type in selective memory retention in Google, and you'll be able to look up the information for yourself. Actually, I looked it up while we were recording the information for it, and like, I really wanted to be knowledgeable about it myself when we were talking about it, because I've heard of it being a situation, and I wanted to know more about it. I've read it in a medical journal one time when I was going to school. And instead of doing my schoolwork, that's one thing I did do, is like read medical books. And I should have been doing my schoolwork a little bit more, but I'm like one of those kids that could read something and completely have it memorized within like the moment I read it. And I've done that by reading my textbooks. So whenever they went to a chapter that I've already read, I would sit there and listen to what was going on, but I didn't need to have my book out, because I already knew what was in that chapter, and I could say it line for line, like if I had my book right in front of me. And one of my teachers didn't believe me, so they told me to put my book away and read or say word for word a certain paragraph of a certain page, and I was able to do it. And like, the teacher's like, why are you even in school? And that's kind of a little crushing to say to a kid. Like, but there's, in my opinion, there's better environments for certain people. Like, some people drive better in a school environment, or thrive better in a school environment. And some people thrive better in a home environment where they can learn at their own pace. And honestly, like, that was one of the topics that we needed to actually be somewhat educated on, as well as our depression topic, which we went into detail. We also listed some websites to kind of give some detail on what's going on, and certain websites we actually were talking about. And what I did was I used OBS to mirror my screen, so we could record me just going through Google and pulling up these topics. Yeah. And that's actually what I do for every topic that we talk about. If it does need to be like legitimate or educational, to bring more insight into a matter. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure you do the same thing on certain things. And Matt, he's very educated on topics as well. Well, he has to be. He's got... I don't know if I can talk about this.
Let's not get into it right now.
Well, let's just say there's things that he needs to know to better understand his own kids.
Yeah. And
that's the best way to put it.
That's with any parent and stuff, too. Like, you should... Yeah.
And I'm going to talk a little bit more about the channel just so that people do understand this. And I may end up doing a conversation about this by myself or with maybe JJ or maybe with me, JJ, and Matt together. But we'll do that in another episode. So, without making this too long, and I think we're good with time, actually. We're going to start closing up this topic about Saints Row, even though it didn't really last all that long. But I figured since we had enough time, we could talk about the channel and a little bit of a brief history of like what this channel is about. And maybe in a couple weeks, we may do like a full channel explanation for those that may not understand what the name of the channel represents. And those that do understand the name of the channel and understands what random conflicts means, go ahead and leave a discussion down in the comments down below, just so we can understand that you guys are watching to this point and you're not like stopping like 15 seconds into the video. Go ahead, leave your opinion on what the name of the channel means to you in your own words, not in the words that I mentioned. Because the word conflux, and I just gave you the dictionary definition of it, it may mean something to each person individually. Mm-hmm. Because to me, the first time I've ever heard of the word was when Matt brought it up. I was just going to call it random conversations or something like that. I didn't really know a name for it at the moment. So, yeah, just give us your opinion on what you think the name of the channel represents. And comment down below what you liked about the Saints Row DLCs. And, just keep this conversation going in the comments. Leave a like if you loved this video. Press the subscribe button like you love it. And if you dislike the video, or if you think that we could do a little bit better, but you don't think we're good enough for that like, go ahead. Dislike the video, that's okay. The only people that can see it is the people that can get into the studio.
But what if the dislikes make me cry?
Well, then you need to get harder skin.
What if I'm crying right now?
They're not even disliking yet. This isn't even out yet.
But the doggy's crying now. It's so horrible, doggy.
You made the dog cry. You're fake crying. Made the dog cry. What's wrong with you? But yeah, if you're gonna dislike the video, just give some criticism, helpful criticism down below in the comments. And always remember, it's the same Saints time, same Saints channel.
It's not really a Saints channel. This is only our second video on this.
I thought it was our first.
Well, our first video on Saints Row, or second video on Saints Row in general. The first one specifically about the reboot.
But that's the point of the joke. You ruined the joke, man! Just say goodbye, Vegeta.
Goodbye, cruel world. Alas, I have learned that there are many things that we can achieve in this